This video is designed to help you start a yogurt business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a yogurt business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful yogurt business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Yogurt shops that stayed in business share similar characteristics. If you're still in the consideration phase, think about ways you could build the competitive advantages below into the business. Location. The location of any small business is key to operating any successful small business. Look for retail spots near anchor stores, such as a Target or restaurants. This will ensure steady foot traffic and discovery of the business. Management. For many of the businesses that closed their doors, it was because the owners of the business weren't actively involved and slowly let the business die. If you view a yogurt shop as a fully passive source of revenue, this is probably not the right choice. You need to get involved and meet customers to improve the odds of success. Focus on quality. To deliver the highest quality product possible, you've got to regularly maintain and inspect equipment. This attention to detail will make sure you continue to crank out the lightest and highest quality soft serve. Ongoing innovation. You've got to be tracking trends and testing new flavors to keep things fresh. Marketing. Winning shops don't stop marketing after being in business for 6 months. They keep going. Continue to look for more joint venture opportunities with schools or nonprofits. Think about and test new ways to attract people to the store. At the end of the day, soft serve remains a great concept. It's an affordable treat that families continue to enjoy. But this is not a set it and forget it business. You must be willing to put in the work and able to adapt with the market. Advantages. Dairy-free, vegan, healthy and low-calorie options can be easily added to menus. This allows you to attract a variety of market segments to the business. Low product cost. The cost of froyo is under 20 cents per ounce on average, but you can often sell the product between 40 cents and 70 cents per ounce. Minimal staff requirements. If you operate a self-serve shop, you only need 1 to 2 employees to operate the business at a time. There are many ways to differentiate your product from, and remain innovative. If you love experimenting with flavors and trends, this can be a fun business from a creativity standpoint. Challenges. In many markets the competition can be cutthroat. Over the past 6 years, many independent shops have gone out of business for this reason. The quality and volume of toppings you offer can cut into profitability. If you have a topping bar, there can be a significant amount of waste that eats away at profit. Although the core product is low, other expenses like rent, labor, marketing, machinery, and insurance can reduce profitability. Maintaining equipment can be a challenge. Ice cream machines are not set it and forget it. They must be cared for to maintain the quality of product. Frozen yogurt shop startup costs. Here are some of the typical costs associated with starting a yogurt shop. Many of these are variable costs, depending on the location of your business, like labor and rent. For states like California, you can expect the startup cost to be more expensive than in Middle America. However, the opportunity in these areas can also be higher. Labor cost, $15 to $20 per hour for counter employees. $20–$40 for managers. Rent, $2,000 to $6,000 per month. Bank loan, interest, $1,000 to $3,000 per month. Product, mix, and toppings, $1,000 to $2,000, highly dependent on sales volume and waste. Cups, spoons, and napkins, $500 to $1,000 per month. Taxes. The effective small business tax rate is 20% on average. This rate will vary depending on factors like location, expenses, and business entity. Utilities, $1,500 to $2,500 per month. Expect your electric bills to be significant to keep product cold. Electrical setup, $5,000 to $6,000 unless you're taking over an existing ice cream shop or froyo establishment. You'll need to hire an electrician to ensure you've got sufficient power. Permits and licenses, $1,500 to $3,000. You'll need to conduct research to see what the startup fees are in your city and state. Insurance, $300 to $1,000, depending on the level of coverage and location. General construction cost, $10,000 to $50,000. Always get different bids for the conversion. The cost will vary widely depending on your vision and the size of the unit. Ice cream machines and equipment, $15,000–$60,000. Depends on the number of machines, models, new or used. All-in startup cost, At the end of the day, you can expect to invest $300,000 to $800,000 to open the doors to a yogurt shop. Is a frozen yogurt business profitable? The profitability of the frozen dessert business remains strong, mainly because the core product cost is low. Whether you decide to go the self-serve route and charge by weight, or simply have a flat rate, you'll make a substantial profit. The next part of the video is not specific to the yogurt business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the yogurt business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful yogurt business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these two extremes are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs Try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses, and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a yogurt business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free yogurt business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.